So good day, friends. Good day, lovely humans. I hope you all heard, until now, an expression, deep state, or deep fried potatoes, or deep frozen mushrooms. To me, these are all very not so deep and unintelligent creatures that let themselves sink too deep into the precipice of the darkness. Title for today: Deep State in a Very Deep Shit, or How Humanity Just Won Without a Single Bullet. Meaning, we are really in a deep shit. We were in a very deep shit, because the deep state was doing everything possible for us, or on top of us, or towards us as a unaware humanity, to stay in a deep sleep. So why this was such a prevalent plan, such a devious actions for centuries, that we don't really wake up from the deep, deep slumber. Reason why: once when we woke, they are totally screwed. Once when we are aware, they are absolutely fucked. There's nothing that will save them now, because they've instigated tremendous atrocities against humans, against animals, against human spirit, against nature, against planet, against our energetic spirits of the ancestors that were still kind of wandering around. So they have been captured and kept imprisoned for basically recycling. They will set you up for the new life on the same planet with a new agenda that you will, this time we will die from, I don't know, a bullet in your head, explosion in your backyard, heavy disease that killed millions and millions in your country, let's say. So these kind of agendas stopped by having Trump, by having Putin, by having many other still very, let's say, hidden light beings or light carriers or light warriors who just came back for this particular reason, to show you how to come and climb out of the very deep shit that you've been swimming for life after life, century after century. You can see behind me some of the little snapshots that I was playing around, and these are all the, let's say, leftovers or last attempts to bring us down. Totally. Doesn't matter. Corporate owners, hidden industrialists, spiritual so-called gurus or leaders, including Pope, including Muhammad, including all the other, religious so-called prophets or profiteers, because religion was nothing else but pure profit-run business. They only not profit financially from you, but they were profiting energetically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. We've been totally, totally abused. But there's always but in my beautiful stories. You get a chance to see the light. But not the fake light of the darkness, but the true, organic, intrinsic light from creation. How and where we can see this? You are wondering, maybe you don't, maybe you already see it, but you have a president. I'm talking to Americans. Russians, you have a president who's absolutely geniusly leading and helping all the other countries to become, on the path towards light. So why deep state is in such a big boo-boo? Because they're not hidden anymore. They have been fully exposed. They have been absolutely eradicated with all the hidden agendas. Yes, some people get hurt, but we prevail because it is billions of us and there's only a handful of these freaks who are, let's say, controlling us. Yet, question was always, who gave them this control? These creatures. Who gave the lawyers a right to sign a devil's clause in their contract, and they pretend they are above and beyond any of us? Judges, same thing. Advocates, same shit. Who gave them this right? That by decree, so-called their decree, we've been imprisoned, we've been enslaved, and we have no fucking ways to get out of it. Or they thought so. Yet, if you want to find the fastest possible way for any of the legal misdemeanors that they were charging you, or for any other, let's say on the governmental level, if you want to see how you can actually bring the government down, just David Wayne Miller website about a parsay language. Because all what we see now, all the laws that were written, all the contract that were written and signed until this time, they were false. They're absolutely discriminatory to the language in itself. Of course, they were discriminatory to humans, but the only way to bring them down is through the false language. So if you have a chance, I encourage, especially the people who are now dealing with indictments and dealing with criminal charges against these, let's say, 95,000 sealed and unsealed indictments. They were just coming until maybe April. They were created. So when is the time to discover them? I think Trump has a very good plan, has a patient approach that every one of you will be able to, let's say, swallow this very, very big pill of truth. When you realize that Pope has been arrested by the civil court officers, and then these officers who have been beaten and abused because the so-called Swiss guard of the Pope get involved. But the good side of all of it, the 21st of June 2018, the Black Mass and sacrificial ceremony of the young children was thwarted. It was put down. So just sit and wait. QAnon says that June was a very good very good and very bad month for Pope. Very good for us because we will become, let's say, more aware that what and how these Christians dogmas were put in us without any, let's say, consequences, without any deregulations, that they can be done over and over and over, same process, expecting us to stay asleep, to stay unaware no matter what. You heard the expression, one who fires first shot already lost all the wars. Meaning that we have been shot life after life after life. And only now, in this present life, in this present, let's say, organic timeline where we exist, when we hear and see each other, with the great help of internet and with the great help of Prime Creator, we managed to start fighting back. And not in the same old, fake Christian ways, turn another cheek, love your enemies and so on. This is an old dogma. This was a wrongful teaching to keep you docile, to keep you like a utter dog that cannot, do babies anymore. It will not chase the girls in heat. So why was that? Simple reason that we don't come in the position where are we right now. We as a free humans who are absolutely vibrating on the highest possible energetics than ever before. Ever before. Never ever was truthful. It's powerful, it's so, loving for everybody else, but knowing that we cannot back out and fight back with absolutely all of the weapons that we have, because the ones who shot at us, they already lost the wars. So deep state is really going down the drain. So be it.